Barry Notch, and a lot of people say, Barry, you don't do any videos outside. Or you're scared. No, I'm not, is the answer to that. Nothing can keep Barry from going outside. So anyway, this is my guide to outside survival. Now, let's go outside. There's no bloody way I'm going out with that. There's only one way to go outside now, and that's to use my time machine. The Returnance. I hate this bit. No, I'm in here.
Who the hell are you?
Barry?
As in Barry Notch? Oh my god, it is you!
Spiders? That's what I've been living on. Do you want some? What year is it?
2018.
2018? Well, at least time's legal now. It's fucked me pretty hard. That means I've been trapped in the shed for 3 years. How the fuck does someone not go in their shed for 3 years?
How the fuck does someone get fat from only eating spiders?
Here. Use this. Finally, after all these years, it's Barry Notch's guide to outside survival.
Battery's dead.
Oh well. That's it. I'm never going outside again. What do people who never go outside do? Hi, I'm Barry Notch, and as you see from that intro, this is my guide to the internet. Now you're probably wondering, how was I allowed to use that intro? Well, that's because of fair use, which means it's only fair that I get to use it. It's not fair if they keep all the copyright to themselves. Copyright law aside, there are many threats lurking on the internet. Most of these can be stopped with something called a firewall. However, I'm out of matches, so I'm just going to have to show you the things that don't require one. When doing my research for this episode, I asked people, what's the most dangerous thing on the internet? They said, who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of my house! By that, I'm sure they mean paedophiles. Yes, paedophilia. It's a touchy subject. But kidding aside, we'll have to be mature about it. In order to research this threat, I befriended a 10-year-old girl online, and we've become quite close. So I've asked her, does she want to meet up to discuss things further? Oh. Well, turns out she's a police officer. That's pretty good for someone her age. So paedophiles look just like you and I. But I know what you're thinking. Barry, I thought only you could achieve such levels of camouflage. And you'd be right, fellow survivor. However, there's one easy way to identify a nonce before he makes a move online. Step 1. Search for them in their natural habitat. And since we're looking for internet paedophiles, that's an easy one. We must simply find someone who uses a computer. No, not me. I'm not one. I like boobs. Kids don't have boobs. Other locations for fiddlers include the BBC, choir practice, and the roof. Now that you've located your potential fiddler, you can coax it out of them using simple language, like so. Hey. Do you think those kids are hot? I'm the real Barry. He's the pedo. I told you they look like us. Step 3. Behave like a responsible adult and call the authority. Wait. Where you going? Ah, problem solved. There is another threat that looms over the internet, And that threat is fake news. Fake news is a cancer of misinformation that usually goes unchecked, just like my survival qualifications. Did you know? Statistically, 100% of fake news is in fact false. Lucky for you, I will show you a simple trick that will let you know if your news is fake. Simply lift up your news to a light source. If it's see-through, it's fake, just like a Pokemon card. Now remember, not everything online's real, so please exercise caution. I've won! I'm a millionaire! Everything's coming up, Barry. And now it's time to talk about something that affects us all. Memes. Memes were invented in 1976 by Richard Dawkins when he stuttered when talking about his selfish genes. No one's gonna get that. They are the building blocks of the internet. They make us laugh. They make us cry. They spread information. And they can help natural selection run its course. However, they can upset people. So if you see an upsetting meme in the wild, remember it only has a half-life of about 2 weeks. And it's just a joke. Which brings me to my next point. You can't make jokes on the internet. And that's because jokes hurt people's feelings. And you can't just ignore people's feelings. Huh. I sound like my ex-wife. With people today having more triggers than American schools, you've got to be sensitive online. So here are a few ways you can be more sensitive. We can start by not making jokes about race. Remember, racism's a crime, and crime's for black, underprivileged people. See, if I can do it, you can do it too. We could also start using more gender-neutral terms, just like policeman and policewoman is police officer. So instead of boyfriend and girlfriend, we could use partner. Instead of him and her, we can use they and them. Instead of his story, we could have their story. And maybe instead of human, we could be Hugh people. What I'm trying to say is gender doesn't really matter. And while we're at it, let's start making fun of each other's political views. It's not lefties' fault they use the wrong hander, right? Come on everyone, the world's dying. A lot of us got dealt a very shit hand in life. So instead of hating each other, can we not put aside our differences and let's all be friends? Unless you're into war. I want none of that shit. If you've enjoyed this video, you may like to purchase my other tapes, such as How Not to Get Viruses from the Internet, How to Stop Domestic Abuse, Stop Hitting That House, and How to Find a Date. There's one on the calendar. Well, now that's done, I probably should return to my own time. Luckily, I've rebuilt my Returnance. Here I go. Barry? What? Shit, I've killed past Barry. Does that mean? Yup, I'm fading away. Fucking paradoxes. I don't want to disappear. I want to survive. I will survive.
Hello? I'd like to come in now, please. Hello?